You know what I see when I look at you? An overwhelmingly attractive individual. Someone who'd surely make a dope romantic partner. But it seems to me that we got a bit of a problem here. You've been listening to those love songs again, haven't you? I hear ya. Listening to Over My Head by The Fray, or Look After You by The Fray, or Never Say Never by... You get what I'm saying. But when these songs come on, you can't think of that one person in your life because there is no one person you've got. You don't even have a crush on anyone that has caught your interest recently. No muse to inspire your creativity, so to speak. The problem is not that you don't have the energy to love, the problem is that you can't seem to find the right person. And even if you did find that person, how would you even attract them and maintain the relationship? Well, not to worry, friend. I understand the importance of romance in one's life, so I'll see what I can do to help you engage with it. But I'm not alone here. I'm helped by Ovid, a Roman poet, and his work, The Art of Love. This piece is divided into 3 parts, the first concerning finding a lover, and the next 2 deal with attracting and keeping a lover. Now, Ovid kind of divides it up based on gender, but I don't know if it's really relevant. The tips are universal. I just want to give you a heads up when I quote so you could apply it to your own lives. But yeah, this will be divided up into 3 videos so we could deal with each part with more precision and care. After all, you're entrusting me with improving your love life. Ovid outlines his work here. Now, the first task for you who come as a raw recruit is to find out who you might wish to love. The next task, it is to make sure that she likes you. The third, to see to it that the love will last. So in this video, we're going to address how to find a lover, which might be the most important step in this whole romantic affair. After all, it kicks off this whole journey. So how do we get started here? You too, who search for the essence of lasting love, must be taught the places that the girls frequent. I don't demand you set your sails and search, or wear out some long road to discover them. There are a couple places Ovid says to go to. He suggests the theater, the races, the circus, the dinner table, and the beach. Now let's be realistic here and throw out the theater immediately, cause in our modern theaters, who the fuck talks to a stranger during the movie? Races and circuses I guess are still around, but not as popular. I mean, I've never gone to a race, and the last circus I went to was like 18 years ago. But perhaps we could find some more modern substitutes. Ovid describes the theater back then like this. There you'll find one to love, or one to play with, one to be with just once, or one you might wish to keep. Now, if there's anyone watching this who is more historically knowledgeable, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems here that the theater was a place where all sorts of love could be found. I'm not 100% sure we have something similar to that today, but we do have places that might be a generally better environment for one sort of love. Let's think about bars and clubs. In a general sense, I think they're geared more towards people seeking casual love, the fun, low-stakes kind of love. Can you find someone there who'd be more interested in a serious, committed type of love? Absolutely, but in a general relative sense, I feel like if you're just looking for something more casual, these should be the venues to check out. But what about you more romantic people who want something serious, a committed relationship type of person? Ironically, I think more casual places are best suited for this. Maybe a park or a library. There won't be loud music blasting in your ear, so you guys can actually have a more deep conversation. I'm more stumped on this one though, so I'll ask you guys, what do you think? What modern places might someone go to find a more serious type of love? But hold the goddamn phone, because this video was made during quarantine, and if you're still watching this during those times, then you know that not all these options are super available at the moment. There is one possibility though, and I know y'all aren't gonna like it that much, but yep, dating apps. Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, you know, the usual suspects. Out of the 3, Bumble is probably the best because you could kind of specify if you're looking for something more casual or if you're looking for something more serious. But I know there are a lot of hesitations about dating apps, so I'll let you guys weigh the pros and cons. But you gotta admit, during these times we may be somewhat limited to these options. Alright, now we discussed the where, but if you've ever seen a wallflower, you'll know that just being there isn't enough. You gotta actually engage with people. Easier said than done, you might say, but Ovid has some suggestions for how to act when we get to these destinations. You could sit by your lady, nothing's forbidden, press your thigh to hers, as you can do, all the time. And it's good the rose force you close, even if you don't like it, since the girl is touched through the rules of the place. Now find your reason for friendly conversation and first of all engage in casual talk. Okay, so ignore the weird stuff about touching and pressing your thighs and all that. Instead think about positioning. You know, if you go to one of these destinations, like a bar for instance, and you sit far away from others with your back turned, chances are no one will approach you, nor you to them. However, if you position yourself closer and more open, then you'll be able to talk to them. And no, this obviously doesn't mean hovering around creepily without saying anything. Be social and say something. Just also keep in mind of where you position yourself and the body language you're expressing. Now, in addition to this, take note of what Ovid calls the rules of the place. Like I said in this Kierkegaard video, the environment invites certain conversations and customs. For example, bars and clubs are usually going to be better places to meet new people as opposed to parks or libraries, because a big reason people go to bars is to socialize. This isn't as obvious as parks or libraries, so be prepared to have less success in these places. But these rules of the place can also apply to smaller things, like if you're at a Halloween party, wear a damn costume. Now we gotta talk about a big feature of these dating destinations, so to speak, which is the alcohol. Ovid seems to have mixed views on alcohol. Wine rouses courage and is fit for passion. Care flies and deep drinking dilutes it. Don't trust the treacherous lamplight overmuch. Night and wine can harm your view of beauty. So in our Nietzsche video on alcohol, we talked about how people sometimes use alcohol to gain the courage to talk to others, which is what Ovid is saying here. I think Nietzsche would say, however, that we should work on our courage absent of the alcohol and really embrace that challenge. But if you do take the Ovid approach and drink for courage, don't overdo it. There's a lot of reasons why, a lot of reasons. But I guess Ovid says this plays with your view of beauty. I've never gotten super drunk, so I can't really attest to that, but hey, well, there you have it. To summarize, identify a place to go to that fits the type of love you're looking for. Go there and remember to position yourself in a social way. And finally, drink only in moderation. A lot of questions remain, such as the whole attraction thing and how to maintain a relationship, if that's the type of love you're looking for. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you know when that drops. Don't worry, friend, we'll get that love life of yours up and running again. Hit that like button if you got any value out of this video, and I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day.